Hey Jackie, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. What's going on?
I wanted to see if we can talk about Yelp really quickly.
Yelp, my favorite four-letter word. Yeah, always happy to talk about Yelp.
So, in all of your webinars this week, you were talking about Yelp and how important it is for businesses to leverage it properly, and especially during times like COVID-19.
Yep, I even spoke about it on my top 10 action plan for restaurants webinar today, just a little bit ago. By the way, how do you like my restaurant outfit from back in the day?
I was just gonna say, did you used to own a restaurant? Because I didn't know
Uh,
that.
California Fresh, which is why my handle Cal Fresh on all my social media stuff. Best sandwiches and smoothies until about, I don't know, 2012. But I had been a big fan of Yelp from back then. And then when I transitioned to digital marketing, I started realizing how important Yelp is in the grand scheme of all things search and search rankings and search engine, all that. That's why I always try to encourage companies, not just restaurants, all service-based companies, to get more active on Yelp. So
Yeah, you don't really even notice like what other services are on Yelp. You really
yeah,
just think it's restaurant based, but it's everyone goes to
every
Yelp.
single service, really service-based company,
Yep.
can be and should be claiming their Yelp listings.
Yes. So I had a question for you on it. What is Yelp doing, in your opinion, to help businesses through the COVID-19? Like, what can businesses do to take advantage of what Yelp is offering at the moment, if they are offering anything?
Yeah, no, Yelp's doing. They're pretty proactive. They're doing a lot of stuff. One of them's kind of backfired on them because they had set up like this Yelp donate button, and it was with GoFundMe. But what they did is they automatically opted people into it, businesses into it. So you had to fight to get out of it. And you're like, well, why would you want to fight to get out of it? Well, like if you had a restaurant or a bar or something like that, you didn't necessarily want to be quote unquote taking donations because maybe you have like an insurance claim that could get invalidated if you were receiving some sort of donation, or like a tax credit from a local government or something. And then some restaurant owners were complaining because they're like, hey, we might not make it through this COVID-19 crisis. We don't want people coming after us for fraudulent claims like we are raising money through this. So Yelp's kind of had to backtrack on one of their, feel good initiatives. But there are some other things that I've seen them doing that I really like, not just for restaurants, but for other businesses, but particularly for restaurants. They now have, they're rolling out a contact-free delivery option, so that you can, when you go to check out on Yelp, if you're going to order through them, you go to check out, like I think it's with Grubhub or one of those, that when you go to pick the food up, you don't have to touch the person, exchange, do anything like that. So you can do that on checkout now. In a lot of the areas, I don't know if they've officially rolled it out everywhere. There's now, I don't know, I used Yelp today, and when I went in there, it popped up like a take-home delivery option for a restaurant. Like it was like, hey, are you looking for takeout? Here you go. And so you can then go look to see all the restaurants that have kind of changed their options, their service options to take out. So that's another thing that they're doing proactively. Those are really the restaurant-focused ones. But the thing that I really noticed that any business right now has gotten, this is by default, which is really cool. They put a COVID-19 advisory alert by default on everybody's listing. So it's like this banner. I mean, you use Yelp. You ever
Yeah,
go?
I've seen that on the top of Yelp and
Yeah.
among other things too. Yeah, where you can get
So
information on it.
now when you go in, you'll see like this COVID-19. It's like a blue box, and by default it says something like these hours and their operation may have changed with COVID-19, but it's editable. So a lot of businesses don't know this, and they're not going into their Yelp listing. And I mean, I jotted down like 6 or 7. I did this for my webinar. 6 or 7 ways that you can go in, why you would want to edit this button. So by the way, if you edit it, you get to go, it takes you to a landing page where you can write
Okay.
even more stuff out. So like, the default box won't have much in it, but people can click to learn more, and it'll go to a landing page. So here's some things that I think you could change the default text. If you wanted to have, like, maybe if you wanted to offer your services over the phone or via text, you're not going to be in your office. So think about like a State Farm insurance agent, or maybe if you were doing computer repair and you could remotely do that. So you could change your Yelp listing to say, we're offering services by phone, or call or text or whatever. So that would be one. Restaurants, again, right in this section could highlight that, how many times are you now wanting to go to a restaurant where you've only sat down? You never thought about takeout, right?
Right.
A restaurant or delivery from this particular restaurant. Well, they're all having to scramble, and we didn't know they could do this, but now they can, in this box, they can list that you will take it out or we'll deliver it to you. And so that's a really good highlight for restaurants that are adjusting. Other businesses,
are they able to have the option? Because I know some restaurants have menus specifically for this crisis, and then they have the regular menu. Are you
think
able
about it? That's exactly what they would be in that box. You could say, check out our reduced menu or our COVID-19 menu or whatever. And then you could go, and then it would list just the options that that restaurant is serving. One thing that I'm nervous about if I'm eating out now is, can I really trust that they're following the process and all the precautions and the sanitary things they're supposed to be doing? So restaurants can, in this box, list, hey, we're taking extra precautions such as X, Y, and Z. Learn more here, and then it'll go there. Or not even just restaurants, but think if you're like a handyman or a moving company, somebody like two guys in a truck, right? And you want to show that we're an essential business, we're open right now, and these are the extra precautions that we're taking to make sure that that everybody is safe. What else? Reduced hours. So maybe you're an essential business and you're open, but you're not those normal hours that you usually had. You had to dial them back. Well, this is a great way to call those out, what those new hours are. You still want to change them in the listings themselves as well. If you have a platform, you can change them everywhere, but you can also go into this box. I thought that was pretty cool. Another thing that I would use this box for is maybe you're a business that's used to having people come to you. Think of like a mathnasium or a tutoring club, or even like Keller Williams, a real estate person, right? Now you can do video appointments, and you can, talk to people through Zoom and go to all these other things, Hangouts. Well, put that in this box right there on Yelp and let people know how to do that. Again, you could have a landing page that they go to. And then I think the last one that I wrote down would be, in this box, I would highlight if I have specific service or products that I'm really focused on right now. Maybe, like you said, a restaurant with a reduced menu, or like what Bath and Body Works. Think about them right now. Everybody wants hand sanitizer, so they can focus on either a certain line of it or a certain soap product, or maybe they're running out of all those things. They really want to focus people somewhere else and have people get something else.
Or offering, like somewhere like Bath and Body Works or Sephora, I know they're doing free shipping in this time because a lot of people aren't able to go into the stores.
Yep. So and this is exactly that's where, or I'm in a client associate, Ace Hardware. So think about they're an essential business. People need them, so they could really highlight a certain area or a product or maybe a service that people didn't know about during this time and really call it out right here in this Yelp box. So I think besides the GoFundMe debacle that they got themselves into, and they'll figure that out later, but the contact free delivery option, the pop-up now that you get, but then all of the ways that you could use this advisory alert box, I think is tremendous. So again, big fan of Yelp. I think they're doing, and their intentions are right on all their stuff, but businesses have to claim their listings. So that's why associate client will they'll get their listings claimed with our service, but little mom and pops and all those folks, they need to go out there, claim their Yelp listing, and then take all these benefits and run with them. So
yeah, Yelp is for sure, like, even not during the crisis, people go to Yelp, and if you're not responding to reviews and questions, it's not a good look. So especially, like I had mentioned this in the other video before, like especially during this time, like you have to show your effort that you're like getting everything out to your consumers that you're doing during this time.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a joke, but I did say it in another webinar. Hey, if your business is closed right now, I know you're a little panicky and you got all that going on, but you also have some more time. So go into your Yelp reviews, right, and respond to them and engage with your clients, and at least win them back if they had a negative experience, or reinforce your fans so that as you come through this, there's been this good dialogue going on the whole time. So now is the time to really leverage Yelp to get the most out of it, and I think businesses will benefit from it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tad. I'm going to go Yelp right now.
All right, cool. Hey, grab a sandwich and a smoothie from somewhere, and
write a good review.
on out for California Fresh. Yeah.
Thanks,
So,
Kat.
right